If you are looking for a coding assistant that can boost your productivity, cursor.ai has been making waves as one of the best in the game. But how powerful is it? Let us put it to the test by building a tic-tac-toe game from scratch and see just how effortlessly it handles development. I am on cursor.com, the AI code editor. Let us look at the pricing first. There is a free plan and also there is a monthly and yearly plans. Monthly you have a pro $20 per month, whereas with free plan itself you get lot of free stuff, and then for businesses you can use $40 per month. For yearly it is $192 per year for the pro user and $384 for the business. If you look at the features, you can generate code with just your prompts. You can edit multiple lines. You can use it like any IDE, plus you can use it with the AI brain. You can do smart rewrite the code, cursor prediction. You can chat, and you can analyze your code base and ask it some questions about your code as to what it is doing. You can reference your code. You can also upload your images or even use the images. How do I implement a similar UI for this? So you can specify a UI and ask it to replicate that. You can get information from web as well. You can apply your changes and see what are being changed in the code, and also use it along with a source code control. Now let us dive in by first downloading it for free. You can have a Mac or a Windows version. I will be using the Windows version, and then you don't need to sign in here. Once you run it, you can sign in using your Google ID and use it right away. I have downloaded and installed it, and I can run it as an app on Windows. Just open. This is the final version of the tic-tac-toe game it has generated after few iterations. Let us test it out. Let us see if it blocks. Okay, it is blocked, and it also wins also. So that is tested. Restart. Let us try now. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it is playing well, not the best, but better than the earlier versions. So I am on cursorAI. It is almost like an IDE. We have the Explorer window or the tab on the left. You have your code in the middle, and in addition it has a chat window you can open on the right, where you can give your chat prompt. You can ask anything here, and you have the history also. And bottom you can have a terminal or the output or any errors here. For the terminal I have the PowerShell. You can have the Linux shell as well. And here is the code. Let me go through the one which I did earlier. You can give a simple prompt like develop an interactive tic-tac-toe game which I can play immediately. So it says I will do with a simple interactive tic-tac-toe game that you can play in the console using Python. Here is the code. So it gave the Python code for this. It also gives instructions on how you can run this. Now I don't want to run it in Python. I want it to be interactive in JavaScript. So develop a JavaScript based interactive tic-tac-toe game played with computer as one player. So it gives the JavaScript code index.html. So this code you can copy this, or you can apply it to a file on the left side by selecting a file here, like from the Explorer, index.html, index.js, tic-tac-toe.js, like that. You can select that file and then apply these changes to that. So I started it this way. Now here is the JavaScript code for the same logic. Again, this also you can copy this or you can apply. And also it gives you instructions on how to run this game. Create a new project, save the HTML code in file named index.html, save the JavaScript code, open the index.html file in web browser. So it went through some iterations. It even gave you the directory structure. Now it is not working the first time. You can add a console log at the beginning of the file to check if it is being loaded. Now ask whatever file is index.js that contains everything. We don't have an index.js, we have index.html and tic-tac-toe.js. Then I ask it, can you create an index.js file instead? So it does that. It had some errors. You can ask it to correct those errors. Browser is showing blank screen. It corrected that error. And if there are some issues, it asks you for the what you see in the browser window or in the console. Finally, I say now it is working. Can you make the computer player little more intelligent? So it adds these rules: win if it has a winning move, block the player if they have a winning move, take the center, take the corner, take any available space. These are a medium level instructions and you can see the code here. It is not blocking the player if about to win. Please correct that. So it does some changes. It was still not working properly. So I had to debug a little bit and tell it that the function find winning move is not working properly. You need to correct its function. So then it corrects it. So it is not perfect. It does make mistakes. Even of iterations, it could not correct it. And only when I pointed out that this function has a problem, it corrected it. And finally, we got the final version here. And you can choose the file here, index.js, here in this window. And then you can say apply here. So it asks apply to index.js. You can say continue. And you will see the changes. Since it is the same one, I don't think there will be any changes here. And I can cancel also. So finally, with this version, it has worked correctly as we saw earlier. it does block, and it does win like this. Computer wins, and it takes the center or the corner. So in this case it fails, but this needs little more logic to correct it. So this is fine. So cursor.ai is quite good with its AI functionality. It can check your code base, it can check your errors, it can correct your errors, but it is not perfect. It does make mistakes. It is not that intelligent. It does need your human intervention. I hope you liked the video, and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more updates on the latest in AI and technology. See you in the next video.